Hey everybody, welcome back to the Legit Pic channel. Today we're diving into bridge cameras, also known as ultra zoom cameras, which are impressive compact cameras that can go from a wide-angle perspective to a super telephoto in an instant without changing the lens. In today's video, we're diving into the top 6 best bridge cameras you can buy right now. Perfect for photography. Enthusiasts who want versatility, zoom power, and ease of use all in one. Whether you're capturing wildlife landscapes or everyday moments. These cameras strike the perfect balance between performance and portability. Stick around to find out which one suits your style and budget. All the product links are listed in the description below, so feel free to check them out while you watch number 6. Nikon COOLPIX P950. The COOLPIX P950 was a successor to the P900 and showed Nikon's ambition to have the biggest zoom on a bridge camera, a record that would later be held by its bigger brother, the COOLPIX P1000. Nonetheless, the lens on the P950 remains impressive, boasting 83 times optical zoom with an equivalent focal length range of 24 to 2000 millimeters. And if this somehow isn't enough for you, it can be digitally extended to 4000 millimeters. The P950 added a lot of features that people felt were missing. Or subpar on the P900, it improves. The viewfinder adds RAW capture and ups the maximum video resolution to 4K. The only reason it's not further up the list is its small sensor size, and the fact that it now stands somewhat in the shadow of the P1000 No. 5 Kodak Pixpro A405. What's the appeal of the Kodak Pixpro A405? Why, it's the economy pick, or to be more accurate, the fact that it's the cheapest bridge camera on the market by quite a margin, if you want to get hold of a super zoom camera and spend as little as possible. This is how you do it. The camera costs just $199, and discounts are not infrequent, powered by cheap AA batteries. The Pixpro A405 is the definition of no frills. Part of a battery of low-cost cameras released under the Kodak name. Over the past few years, the Pixpro A405 has some pretty standard specs on paper for a bridge camera. A 1/2 3-inch sensor is paired with a 40 times zoom lens, resulting in image quality that's not much above what you'd get from a smartphone, but zoom range that far out. Classes it compromises have, of course, been made, and the Pixpro A405 does away with the electronic viewfinder that's common to bridge cameras, relying solely on the LCD screen for image, playback, and composition, as our reviewer found. If light is very good, you will get decent shots. If it's too dark or too bright, you will quickly start to lose detail. The stabilization isn't brilliant, and autofocus struggles to keep up. Ultimately, the Kodak Pixpro A405 is exactly what you'd expect from a camera. At its price point, if your budget has a hard upper limit, it will do the job. Hence its inclusion on this list. But if you can justify even a little more outlay, you'll get much better results from other models. Number 4. Kodak Pixpro A528. Kodak continues to play to a niche, but potentially still sizable audience of photographers whom competing brands have moved on from with the Pixpro A528 all-in-one super zoom, while others have abandoned the area. The huge 52 by zoom still comes in very handy, not just for budding wildlife photographers, but also for casual sports photography fans, which makes this an incredibly versatile camera. However, it's still saddled with a smallish sensor, and any camera like this means softer results. When shooting handheld, the further we creep towards its maximum zoom setting. Number 3. Canon PowerShot SX70 HS on paper. The SX70 HS looks a close rival to the Panasonic FZ2500, offering a slightly longer maximum zoom and nearly matching the Panasonic's wide-angle setting, but its f4 to 6.5 maximum aperture range is on the low side, and its 20 megapixel resolution can't overcome the limitations of the small 1/2.3-inch sensor size. The SX70 handles well, and it's not that big for a bridge camera, but the opposition has moved on with bigger zoom ranges, bigger sensors, or lower price points. The SX70 HS offers solid enough specifications, but at a price point that makes its rivals look more tempting. Number 2. Nikon COOLPIX P1000. For me, the all-in-one zoom range is the most important thing on a bridge camera. It's their USP, and the key reason why you'd go for a bridge rather than a smaller compact or an interchangeable lens system camera, where getting an equivalent zoom would be a lot more expensive. As such, the Nikon COOLPIX P1000 is my pick as one of the most impressive bridge cameras you can buy purely on the strength of its bonkers. Zoom reach at its max zoom. The Nikon P1000 has an astonishing 3000mm focal length. Even if such a lens were available for a mirrorless camera, and even if it was affordable, the ability to go from shooting at 24mm all the way to 3000mm in a matter of seconds without having to switch lenses is simply incredible. When shooting at the telephoto end, you do lose 3 full stops, taking the aperture down from a solid f2.8 to f8. And at longer focal lengths, there is a noticeable softness in images, even with the best technique aided by impressive image stabilization. This isn't helped by the sensor being a relatively small 1.2.3-inch affair and just 16 megapixels at that. Still, the P1000 boasts a high-resolution electronic viewfinder, 4K video capabilities, and it shoots in RAW. And did I mention that its maximum zoom is 3000mm? Okay, it's a high price for not a lot of sensor, but if range is your top priority, then there's nothing better out there. Number 1. Panasonic Lumix FZ 80D/SEFZ 82. D, one of the more recent bridge cameras to be released. The Panasonic Lumix FZ 80D or FZ 82D in the UK, EU, and other territories is a solid option for beginner photographers, easy to use, but offering a few more sophisticated shooting options that give beginners room to learn and grow. Its 60x zoom covers an equivalent range of 20 to 1200mm in full-frame terms. While that's not a patch on the P1000, it's pretty broad and still gives you a lot of legroom for capturing different scenes and subjects. And some users may prefer having a little more play at the wide end with 20mm, as opposed to the P1000's 24mm. The Lumix FZ80D offers consistently accurate autofocus and metering with the option to use Panasonic's clever 4K photo modes with tricks like post-focus, setting the focal point after capture. Its burst mode is a sprightly 10 frames per second. It offers a range of pleasing picture styles for giving your images specific looks, and being able to shoot 4K UHD is no bad thing for videographers. Where it falls down is where most bridge cameras do. Image quality is just fairly lacking, as it will be when you cram all those pixels on a 1/2.3-inch sensor. Granted, this is necessary for getting such a long zoom onto a body of a manageable size, but it does still mean that in anything other than bright light, the camera struggles. And that wraps up our list of the top 6 bridge cameras you can buy right now. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest camera reviews. And Buying Guide's got a favorite bridge camera? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear what you're using. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.